Education Minister Paul Givens said last month during a visit to an Irish language school in Dungannon.
The language isn't unique to one particular community in Northern Ireland. It does have value right across our community, and we think of even the townlands and the names of our places have a steep history in the Irish language. So I think it's important that politically we say that the Irish language should not be something that is politicised, that it is something that I believe can be a shared language for everybody in Northern Ireland.
In a moment we'll be speaking, well in fact let's do it now. The TV's Ron McDowell is on the line. Ron voted against this proposal. You heard what the Minister was saying there, that the Irish language should not be politicised, that it should be shared among everyone. But you're not willing to share in this particular proposal. Just explain why you have described it as being a hurtful proposal.
Good morning, everybody. It's good to be talking to you. I wish we could be talking about something more positive, but yet here we are. Quite often we hear about the Irish language activists and those who would wish to propagate an interest in it, that it's about raising awareness, that it's about giving Irish speakers equal rights. Well, I think the argument for raising awareness of Irish language was gone 5 or 6 years ago. Belfast City Council has had a strategy since 2018. Everybody is talking about the Irish language in Belfast, and nobody is talking about it on the grounds that it's supposed to be propagated, which is on cultural and heritage basis. Everybody's talking about it as a political weaponisation to rub unionist faces in Irishness, and that's what we see here. One of the things that disappointed me particularly in the motion from Sinn Féin, from two councillors who don't even live anywhere near the transport hub, but yet would inflict it on the residents of Sandy Row who are next door to it, was they quoted the European Charter for Regional and Minority Languages. The European Charter for Regional and Minority Language, of which Ulster Scots and Ulster British culture is also registered. One of only 5 minority languages in Europe to receive that, in the UK to receive that status. But they don't care about anybody else. What they're doing is they're marking territory, and that's why we would resist it so vehemently.
But it's an interesting word, hurtful, isn't it? Because we have well rehearsed the arguments around bilingual signs in a number of different contexts, and here we find ourselves again. But why do you use the word hurtful?
I use it hurtful in particular to where it is presently, because where you look at the transport hub at the minute and the construction that's going there, it's a fantastic development. The transport hub at the minute is sitting at the site of what's known as the Boyne Bridge in Belfast. The Boyne Bridge, which was the target of the residents who live closest to that area, who campaigned so hard to get the Boyne Bridge kept, it's been taken away. It's lost its name. And now there's an Irish identity replacing it. And that goes back again to the European Charter for Regional Minority Languages, about the assimilation of another culture and heritage. And what's written into that charter is to preserve essential elements of the identity and cultural heritage that's already there. And what we see is the removal of the Boyne Bridge, the introduction of dual language street signage, and it's political, and it's the greening of the city.
But then depending, some people